not energy, it's not anything that you can give any word for. It's the primal source of everything that is. A oneness is a good description. Consciousness is the ground of being. This is the way we formulate it in quantum physics, in which matter and non-matter both exist as possibilities for consciousness to choose from. When we choose, we generate all the different experiences. Now, interestingly, both the Vedanta and the Kabbalah, the Jewish metaphysics, formulated the idea that we don't have just one kind of experience, or if you allow, today we think of experiences as sensing and thinking. That's what material science, scientific materialism allows us. But the Upanishads and the Kabbalah already, this is thousands of years ago, discovered, which every human being can easily, that we have more. Out of the more 5 kinds, that they said, out of the 5 kinds, sensing, thinking, we still recognize. Feelings of vital energy, this is where the concept of energy actually is quite appropriate, but not physical energy. It's energy connected with living process, vital energy. So it's physical and then vital energy, kind of a movement. Only quantum physics can describe such movements. And then mental. And mental, what is mental? It's again a new kind of experience. Mental is the objects of mental, again not energy. The energy is physical concept, not vital concept. But mental movement is movement of meaning. This is something that new enters in our capacity, but everybody knows that thinking can represent information, which is one facet of meaning. When we put the full ambiguity of what we say, then the concept that we get is meaning. So thoughts are about meaning. They're objects of meaning. And then the 4th experience is the interesting one. The previous speaker gave a wonderful speech. What is mainly talking about is above the mental. This is the sphere of intuition. There the Sharda referred to this as beyond the noosphere. Noosphere is the thought. But beyond that, he just called it heaven, the representation of heaven on earth. And intuition brings us this heaven on earth, archetypes. That Plato called archetypes. Archetypes are the objects of intuition. Archetypes gives us the context of higher thinking and higher feeling. Higher meaning what? Higher meaning and thinking that lifts us in consciousness to higher consciousness. Ordinary consciousness is contracted, ego. Higher consciousness is inclusive, has more of that ground of being sense, unity of everything sense. So when I'm in higher consciousness, I can love you. So what are the archetypes? Things that expand our consciousness. Love, beauty, justice, truth, wholeness, that kind of thing. And then we have the last experience we have is the experience of the self, that I am the experiencer. That's the I experience. I see you. You are the object, I am the subject of the experience. And that is direct representation, direct embodiment of consciousness in our brain. Not only in the brain, as well in the heart and navel chakra, that's another place, the digestive organs. These are all places where the experience of I can occur. This is a very recent discovery of quantum physics and also directly verified by scientific data. So once we realize this complete story and realize that quantum physics allows us not only consciousness, the idea that consciousness is the ground of being that chooses from quantum possibilities the actual world of experience, then many of our misconceptions disappear. This connection that the previous speaker was talking about, He already used the non-local, that's wonderful. It comes from quantum physics. This is the description of the kind of connection we are talking about. It's not local connection. Local connection is through local signals, connections with signals. This connection, non-local connection, is connection without signals. How can it occur in space and time? Violating the theory of relativity? It can't. And it doesn't. Quantum physics, this is the new thing about quantum physics. How does non-local communication occur? Through another domain of reality that transcends the domain of space and time. This is where quantum physics becomes radical and connected to depth psychology. Sigmund Freud proposed the idea of unconscious at the end of 19th century, just around 1900. And that is the crucial discovery of psychology. We not only have conscious existence, we also have unconscious existence. Existence precedes awareness. Awareness is the conscious experience, subject-object split experience. Beyond that is the consciousness without awareness, without the subject-object split, as one of the questioners made it clear. And this is what Freud meant by unconscious, and then Jung introduced the idea of collective unconscious, which is beyond the Freudian locally connected unconscious, which only applies to the person, human person. It's locally connected because it's due to our memory that we create in our personal history.